Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is a wedding series video, my wedding journey. So I bought a few things lately that I just want to share with you. I mean, it's been so much, but little by little, we're getting through the process. So the first thing I wanted to share is we did our save the dates. We've been battling between making our own stuff here, designing it, the save the dates and the invitations, and printing them out on our printer and working it that way. And it's good that way. Not only do you save money doing it that way, but you also get to create your own design, your own colors. It's very personalized, very customized to your wedding colors, to what your design and your theme is. And you just get to have total creative control over it. And then if you save money, it's a win-win situation. So we've been working really hard on them. We had a great save the date, our own creation and stuff, but we were battling with the paper. We had cardstock paper, but it looked just too dry and too plain. It had no shine, no nothing to it. So that didn't work. Photo paper also didn't work. It just bled. It was just crazy. So we were trying to find the type of paper that the printing places use that's cardstock, but it's like a matte. It's like a beautiful finish. We haven't been able to find it, so we're not giving up, but I needed to get these saved dates out, at least those. But definitely our invitations are gonna be customized and printed by us. You know, our design, our colors, our theme, everything. And we'll just have to, if we can't find the exact right paper that we're looking for, we'll design it and do all the creativeness of it, and then we'll send it to have it print either at a Walmart or a Staples or anything like that. And that way it's printed on the correct type of paper. It'll be the correct size, all that stuff. But the creative design, and like I said, the color scheme, theme of the wedding, everything, photo, wording, everything will be designed by me and my daughter. So that is a must for invitations. But for save the dates, I'm like, oh my God, it's July. I'm getting married next month. I have like a month and a half. I gotta get these save the dates out just to keep the people that I invited that I know that are coming for sure, just keep it fresh in their mind. If they have to request it off, if they thought it was one date and it was another, because one of my friends said, oh, I kept thinking it was the 11th, but she messaged me and said, no, 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 I asked for the right day off, so no worries. And I'm like, you're starting to scare me here. So this is a way that they can keep that, they can know the exact date in case they kind of was thinking one thing, it was another, that if they have to ask for it off, that they get the exact right day, and just to keep it fresh in their mind to plan and prepare for it. So I thought, okay, we can't wait to find the right paper. It was a great idea, great design. And I'm finding myself that I'm missing 3 extras, so we might have to do our own design, to send those out, because we did these at Walmart and it's a set of 20. You actually save money by doing it that way. But if I want it exactly like this, I'd have to do another set of 20, and I don't really need another set of 20. I just need 3 extras. So we're gonna try to figure that out, if we could duplicate what we made at Walmart and the way we designed it at Walmart, or if we just have to do a little bit different design and, figure it out that way. But we'll figure it out. It's 3 more that I needed. And it's about 40 people that are coming, but you only send it to each family household. So only really at the beginning needed 18, but somehow there were 3 more people that I needed to get. So if they would have had a set of 25, that would have been so perfect, but they didn't. So we'll figure it out. But I wanted to show you the save the dates that we did design and are going to send out. They're really, really nice. My colors are red and gray/silver, so we couldn't really find a card that was a style that was really beautiful in our color scheme. So we went to what was the next best. It has silver in it, but the writing was gold, and it wouldn't allow us to change the writing on where it says save the date. So because we couldn't change that part of it, the rest of what we could change had to match that. So that was only different. It's gold. Our wedding has nothing to do with gold, but we thought, hey, we got to get these out. The design is beautiful. The important thing is the invitations, that is the main event. So, you know, hey, a little gold ain't gonna hurt anybody. So, yeah. So, and if you're wondering, this is actually the type of paper that we need. I don't know if you can see, it has a little shine to it, but it's hard as cardstock. So this is a friend of mine's invitation to her daughter's baptism. So this is the exact size that we need. This is, I don't know if you can see that type of paper. It has, it's very soft and shiny, but not shiny like a photo paper, but it's cardstock shiny. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. If you're a person that's printed a lot out or made your own invitation cards, you would know this is the paper that I'm looking for. If I can't find it, we'll still do, like I said, we'll still do all the creative, and we'll design it ourselves. We'll just have it printed. And that's it. So we'll figure it out. So that's what I'm looking for. But this is our save the date. I can get it out here because I've already put them in the envelopes. I'm gonna go to the post office when I'm done with this video and get them sent out. So this is our save the dates. I don't know if that shined from the light. So we chose this photo. There were a few photos that we really liked. We haven't done recent photos other than being at home and doing family celebrations, family holidays or birthdays. But we wanted, so, and we didn't really have time to go out yet. I'm gonna have my daughter probably take us out like on a Sunday when we're already dressed up and take us to a park and do some new photos, because we do need that, like some engagement, or, you know, we've been married 29 years, but this is our church wedding. This is the wedding. So, but we do need photos, recent photos, so we're gonna do that. But for now, we have some photos that were just maybe a few years ago, but still we look exactly like the photo. So it wasn't like we got heavier or thinner, or our hair color changed, or it wasn't a drastic, we still look exactly like this, even though it's a few years ago. And it was one of our favorite photos. We had a few, like 5 favorite, but this is the one we chose because it was the better one to do on a close-up. For the save the date card, there's a fly flying around, so we chose this one, and me and my husband really like this photo. So this is the photo that we chose. We're actually at a restaurant in this photo. We were at, I believe it was my son's graduation. So it was just a really one of those photos that you take and just comes out perfect. So see how it says save the date? It was already like this. You can't change the color or the font or anything, and it's gold. So the little bit of writing that we did, that you could choose any color, we just had to go and match. We wanted it to match. So we put our wedding date right there, and we put Jorge and Carmen's wedding. It didn't allow you to put any more writing. We were gonna put the city and state, because at first we were gonna get married an hour away, because we were requesting a special priest to marry us that we've had a special connection with, and that he helped us through the whole annulment process. So we were going to sacrifice and go our way just so he could marry us. And unfortunately had a huge car crash and is in the hospital as we speak with the hip replacement surgery, which is his second one. So he'll be out for months, and unfortunately we can't have him, but we know he'll be happy for us and wish us the best, and we'll meet up and let him know how it all went down. So we decided we're just gonna come back to our hometown and just get married in the church that we go to every Sunday, that we know everybody. It's easier for our guests to go just a few minutes up the street to the wedding, and everything is close here. It's close to where we can have a beautiful reception. It's just perfect. The only reason why we were gonna go that far is for him, but unfortunately it didn't work out. But it all happened for the best, because doing it in our hometown works perfectly all the way around. But it didn't allow us any more lines, any more space to write anything. So I figured the important thing was to have the date and what the event was. So it has our wedding date, and it says Jorge and Carmen's wedding. So we thought it was really pretty. It had some kind of silverish around here. It's hard to see, but these are like gold designs up here. So we thought this is perfect. We got to get them out. This is perfect. You know, of course, we would have loved to do our own red and silver and gray design. But, you know, it's okay. It's just to save the date, which is just as important. But the invitation, that's the one that it really has to be done perfectly in our way and our design. But save the dates is just a refresher, a reminder of, hey, don't forget, you know, keep this date in mind, and a reminder. So we didn't mind that we had to do gold. It just came out so perfect. We cannot complain. So yeah, that's save the date. So I got them all in their envelopes, all addressed. I just have to put the stamps on them and take them to the post office right after I do this video, get them out. And it was in, I would show you to cover the addresses. It's like in silver writing. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. So it was a silver pen. I don't know if you can see it. Actually not a silver pen, it's like a gold pen. So, and then we're gonna put the stickers on the back of it. We had not ordered, but we had bought these stickers at Staples, and it says save the date. So we're gonna seal the back with these. So yeah, and I'll include a picture so you can see exactly the front and back and how it all turned out. So the next thing I got was, I was looking for a wedding planner, and there were some on Amazon and stuff, but they were just too expensive for just an event, you know, and a planner that I'm not going to use anymore. Sure, I could have kept it as just a memory, but I just felt like, you know, they weren't exactly, you know, the design or the look that I wanted or exactly what I needed inside of it. It was expensive for, like what I say, something that I'm just going to use once and definitely going to keep as a memory, but it just wasn't what I was looking for. And so I went to Ross and I said, well, I'll just find a regular planner, but that kind of still does look like a wedding theme, a wedding event that I could still use for my wedding planning, even though it's not directly a wedding planner. So I did. I found this one and I thought it was so beautiful. And it said, and I love the scripture. This is one of my favorite scriptures. For I know the plans I have for you, Jeremiah 29:11. That was used in the movie Soul Surfer by Bethany Hamilton. She didn't say the scripture, but Carrie Underwood, who plays in that movie, you know, reminded her of this scripture because she was like, why? She was bitten by a shark and lost her arm. It was a true story about Bethany Hamilton, which was a professional surfer. And in there, she lived in Hawaii. And in case you haven't seen the movie, Carrie Underwood plays like a spiritual mentor to her. And so this is one of the scriptures that she used, and it's one of my favorite. And it goes on to say, I don't have a plan to harm you, but to help you prosper. I can't remember offhand the exact scripture. But yeah, this is part of the scripture. So look it up, Jeremiah 29:11. It's beautiful. And whenever you're feeling down or depressed or negative, it's definitely a scripture to go to lift you up and know that God always has your back, no matter what. So this is a planner that me and my daughter found. It's, like I said, it's not a direct wedding planner. It's by Katie Wingate. It's a 12-month planner. It starts in July. That was another thing. A lot of the planners started until September, which is good if you're buying a regular planner because you want to get the full year out of it. Because I bought a planner that I just loved, but I had lost 3 months worth of it, but I loved it so much I went ahead and bought it and kind of adjusted the months. It was crazy, and I still love it, but you know, I lost 3 months. So I'm glad that they do that the planners that they're having, they're keeping them up to date, and you're getting a full year out of them, full year or so. But I couldn't have one that started in September. I needed one that at least started this month, July. You know, even though I got it the last week in June, that was fine. I just wanted it to start in July because this whole month is going to be where we go full force, where things are being done and things are being ordered and things are being bought at a full-fledged pace. So it worked out perfect that it started in July, but this is the only one that did. They had a lot of beautiful designs, a lot of ones that were bendable, that would have been perfect, but nope. This one actually worked out the best. Not only did I love the design and the colors, but the fact that it had one of my favorite scriptures on it, and that it started in July, just was perfect all the way around. And it's not too thick or too thin. It's just perfect size. It's not that heavy. And so yeah, it's a monthly and weekly planner, which is great because I could do things the main things as this month and next month, and I could do weekly, which is going to be very important. So let me see if I could turn the page here so you could kind of see. So it has that where it reminds you, like all planners, the holidays, and just a general view of all the months all together. And then it has, so it starts like this, July 2019. So it has perfect, you know, nice square space where you can put a lot of things in each square per date. And it could be things that you already done and gotten out the way, or things that still need to be done to remind me this needs to be done by this date. And you know, let's work towards that goal of ordering it, buying it, or doing it, whatever the process is. So, and it's just so beautiful, and I just love the spacing, and I love the tabbing. The tabbing is really good. It does have the gray color of my wedding. So yeah, it just goes on, and then it has reminders. So if you want to put the things that you already did in these squares and then reminders of what you need to do, you have the reminder space down here, however you want to work. And I liked it because I could do it whatever way I want to do it. And then it has spaces like this where you get more space. Not only do you get those whole squares of the month, but you also get this type of design in that same month. Where you could write more things down, you know, draw things if you have to do designs or whatever. So it gives you another type of space for that same month. You don't have to choose either or, you have options. So I like that. I think that's pretty much it for each month. I just love it. And then I can continue to use it as, you know, things that were done after the wedding, any comments, how our first year went. And that's the one thing I like. It's not going to just be for a month and a half or 2 months. I'm going to be able to use the whole rest of the year, because that first year of memories I could add in here. I could add in pictures and stickers of how our first year is going, what we comments, what we thought about the wedding, you know, just anything we want. We can use this as kind of a wedding, you know, how you have a wedding photo album. We could use this as not only planning our wedding event, but also what the whole first year was like. So it just worked out perfect. That's the back of it. It's just a beautiful, beautiful design. So that's one of the other things I got. Another thing I got, because I wanted to put where we were going to get married at first, was kind of, because it had 2 churches, a big church and a chapel. And it was really easy where people could kind of get confused or lost on which way do we go in, which side do we park on, because it could be like either side. But so I thought I'm going to put an easel, is that how you say it? Easel, or a sign which says wedding, Jorge and Carmen's wedding, and like maybe an arrow pointing to the direction of where the door is where you have the entrance. But we're not getting married there. So this church, our home church, is more easier to find. It's really one entrance. And it's one parking lot. So you can't not miss it. And you can see the entrance from the parking lot. So it's very easy. So we typically probably wouldn't need this, but I'm still going to do it because I think it's a perfect memory and a perfect way. So here it includes the lettering. So in here we would put welcome to Jorge and Carmen's wedding, and maybe the time or whatever. And then here we will put photos of us, different photos. I don't know if I want to put recent photos or if I want to put photos through the time of our 20-year marriage and leading up to this day. I'm still thinking about it. So, and if it's recent photos, like I said, I have to have my daughter take those photos of us. But I'm thinking I'm going to go more with the photos through time. So photos from the first time we dated to our first wedding, all the way leading up to today. And then we'll put here with the lettering, welcome to Jorge and Carmen Torres' wedding, and maybe the arrow pointing. Like I said, it's really clear. One entrance, one parking lot. The parking lot faces the entrance, so they don't really need any directions or go this way, but we'll just put it there just to make sure. So yeah, so when it's done, I'll take a picture of it and I'll let you see how it all came out. And it's gonna be on a, is it an easel? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. But, you know, kind of like a tripod, but not a camera tripod. Somewhere you lay a frame on, and it'll be right there in front of the entrance. So I found this at Ross, and this was only $8.99. It's upside down. So it was only $8.99 at Ross. You can Ross is my go-to store. I always try Ross first. And if Ross doesn't have it, then I start going to my second and third, like Walmart. Big Lots will probably be my second, then Walmart, and then I start going down. Because not only do you find good deals, but you find really unique stuff at Ross. So Ross is one of my favorite places. And of course, I found this. They had different kinds, but me and my daughter thought that this was the best pick. The price, you can't believe it. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this planner. So the next thing I'm showing you is our wedding rings. We ordered our wedding rings. My husband, you know, we've had like a weird experience. Our first wedding rings, we had just came back from living a year in Mexico, and we were just starting over. I barely had a part-time job in the bank, and my husband was on an unemployment, and so we were just barely starting. My mother owned a mobile home, but her mobile home park was only for seniors, and so she let us stay there a few months, but the owner was getting really snotty about it, like, they can't be here, this is a seniors park. Then she had a neighbor that was really nosy and gave her a hard time, so I didn't want my mother to have problems, so we ended up having to stay like in a motel for like months. And so we had a really slow, rough start, trying to restart, rebuild, coming back to our hometown. And so when we decided we were going to get married, because we had been together already 3 years, and we had my daughter Adriana, and we decided, okay, we're definitely going to make this official. We love each other. We definitely want to marry. It's just the whole natural thing to do, and it's the desire that we had so much, you know, to just, you know, officiate, you know, our love and our relationship. And so we did. Let me pause this for a second. Sorry about that. I don't know what it is. Every time I'm trying to do a video, my nose starts to run. I don't know what, I just cannot stand it. So, and I didn't want to blow my nose on camera, so had to pause it for a second, but I'm back. So anyway, we had a rough start, restarting over, rebuilding. We had sold all our stuff before we moved to Mexico. So when we came back with just us and whatever few items we had. So yeah, so, and then that motel cost an arm and a leg. It took like all our income. And so my mother made sure that we had groceries, and she would invite us to dinner. And so that was never nothing we were without. And we would visit her, so we would be able to get out and get a breather and stuff like that. But when we planned the wedding, again, we just wanted something really simple but beautiful. And so when she bought my dress for me, which is, I'll include a picture, which is it's a salmon color. I didn't even think to do like an off-white or white. I was thinking I already had kids, so why would I even pretend to be white, to have, you know, wear white dress? But I didn't have to go all the way to salmon. I could have wear like an off-white or beige color dress. It was just a lot of things. It turned out beautiful, and it was a beautiful memory, and you know, everything worked out, but there were so many things I would have loved to done differently. So anyway, my mother, we just wanted some simple bands. So in this boutique where my mother bought the dress, they had some wedding bands, and it was a beautiful braid. It was like a tri-gold color. It had rose gold, regular gold, and silver, and it was tied. It was a beautiful, I wish I had a picture of it. I don't know if you could see it in my wedding picture in my hand. But yeah, so they were simple, and I had those for years, and then mine's got damaged. I can't even remember how. It just, or I don't know, it was just scratched up and damaged. I can't really remember. And then I ended up ordering us some new set of wedding bands. And then my mother passed away, and then I went through postpartum and all that stuff, and I lost a lot of weight really fast. And my husband was telling me, take those rings off, because he saw how loose they were. I didn't listen, so one day I was washing dishes, turned on the disposal, and I heard cling, 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 cling. But then I didn't think too much of it until I sat down. I looked at my hand, my wedding ring was gone. I go to the disposal, it was all crushed. I tried to take it to have it repaired. They said it was damaged beyond repair. So we just said, okay, when we find a set that we really love, that a day that we can give it to each other again with a meaning, maybe on a specific anniversary, we'll do it. So in the meantime, I was just using, like I have now, just and I think I used three different ones. It's I just bought myself a sterling silver. My husband bought me one as well, just to have in the meantime to wear, let everybody know I'm married and my commitment and stuff. This one I got at Kohl's for just $20 at sterling silver. So just to keep it on, and just a band, just a regular sterling silver band. So that's what I have on now, but it's definitely not a wedding set. Then my husband had a job where he couldn't really wear rings. It was really dangerous. So for many years he didn't wear it, or would only wear, you know, his band for like church or going out, stuff like that. So when we decided to do our church wedding, and it was that time for our dream to come true, we definitely said, okay, now is the time that we really need a serious wedding set, one that has meaning, one that we give to each other, one that will be blessed in the church. All that stuff. This has to go. And so my husband was kind of stressing out because he wanted to give me an expensive ring, the most beautiful ring, because we've been together 29 years and this was the church wedding, the wedding of our dreams, and he wanted it to be special. And I said, look, we even though the wedding is small but beautiful and elegant, the process is still the same. It's a difficult, long process. Money still goes out no matter how much you try to save, no matter how much you try to budget, no matter what, you still have to get stuff. And so we had already been, you know, really committing to getting stuff, and it's just money here, money there, money, and money is going fast. And so I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. So I said, look, don't stress. I have never been a materialistic person. I love things, and I have collections, and I have passions. Like, I have a passion since I was little for purses. So I have a purse collection. I have a passion since I was a teenager for watches. So I have a watch collection. I love makeup, of course. That's why I even started this YouTube channel. So I have a huge makeup collection and just stuff like that. So I love stuff. You know, I love hoop earrings. I love jewelry. I love just all that stuff. So I love things. And like I said, they're my passion, they're my collections. But I'm not a materialistic person in the demanding way. Like, I just got to have the best of the best. Like, if it ain't 10 carats, it ain't good enough. It ain't diamonds, it ain't good enough. If it ain't gold or platinum, it ain't good enough. You have to give me the best. And sure, I deserve it. And he knows I deserve it. And if, you know, he would, you know, bring down the moon and stars, but we always feel like family is first. Like, we like to invest our money in our family as a whole. Things, food on the table, our bills are always paid, our credit cards are paid off, all this stuff. We like that kind of thing, so we invest in that. That's number one for us, other than just me, I want and I need and I deserve. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I still like that don't cost that much money. And so I said, look, the important thing is that it's real silver or real gold. That I have to have, because I don't want my finger turning green and the ring eventually looks ugly. It gets black, it tarnishes, it's horrific. This is the special day of the whole 29 years. So, you know, I love silver, I love gold, I love rose gold. So as long as it's real silver or real gold, I'm good with it. It doesn't have to be an expensive ring. It doesn't have to be the best of the best diamonds or expensive diamonds or diamonds at all. You know, it could be a simulated stone. You know, important thing is that the metal is real silver or real gold. That's all I request. Other than that, don't stress yourself out. You know, don't be sad. I'm telling you, you know, what I like and what I want. And, you know, I'm really, you know, accepting and simple when it comes to that stuff. You know, as long as it's beautiful. And like I said, it has to be real silver, real gold. Other than that, I'm not demanding. You know me. You know, don't stress. And it did take a little stress off, but, you know, of course it makes him sad because he wants the best. But he's like, well, you choose. You choose. And so one night I was going, you know, online, and I found this beautiful wedding set. I found a few choices, so I was adding them to the cart, and I said, I'm going to show him, and together we can choose. And so we did. I showed him. It saved us a ton of money. The rings are real sterling silver. They will never tarnish. They have a guarantee to never tarnish. Well, sterling silver never tarnishes, but you know, there's some more that are more quality than others. You know, that are thicker than others, you know, just the quality of the metal and stuff. I looked into that. I read the reviews. I mean, you know, we found ones that not only did we love, and and that we thought were so beautiful and so us. But the fact that it was backed up by reviews, you know, we really, really did our research, and we thought, that's it. We picked it, saved us a ton of money, and at the same time, it was what we really wanted, what we really loved, not what we had to be forced to pick, and that's the only thing we can afford, or the only thing that we can choose, because we could afford much more expensive, but you know, that's not what we wanted. This was better than any expensive rings that we could get. It was just, the design was perfect and beautiful and meaningful. We both agreed that we loved it, and so yeah, we just made sure what our sizes were. So just want to show you mine real quick. I'm trying not to make this video too long. So this is my set right here. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of take my rings out of there. So this is the engagement ring, which I love the high lift of the stone. I love the design. I always have loved that design. I love the stones. And this is the actual wedding band right here. I'm trying to bring it up. And it has a few stones there. And that's what he'll put on. I haven't put the ring on yet because he hasn't proposed. That's the one thing that I required and that he wanted to do, because I never really ever had a real proposal. It's just something that we sat down and said, hey, you know, we really want to get married. We need to get married. You know, we love each other. Our relationship is amazing. You know, it was something that we desired, that we wanted to do, but we just said, okay, this is something we really want to do. This will mean everything to us. We got to get it going. But it was a conversation, and we just did it. You know, there was never a proposal like, will you marry me? He just said, you know, I want to marry you, and let's get married, and I can't wait, and all those feelings. But it was never, get on the knee, will you marry me? Will you be my wife? I never got that. Not even in my first marriage. It was something just that we talked about, and we went through the whole process, and my sister-in-law ended up saying, wait a minute, do you guys have a proposal? How would the proposal go? And I'm like, I didn't get proposed to. She goes, he did not propose. I'm like, no, and it had not even dawned on me. And I was really young. I was 18, so it should have dawned on me, but it didn't. And she goes, shame on you. You're supposed to propose. And he kind of felt like he wanted to marry me super bad, so there was no doubt there. But he was like, he wanted to do what he wanted to do, how he wanted to do it, when he didn't like people telling him what to do. So he goes, okay, fine, would you marry me? So it was kind of a sarcastic, mean thing. And I just said, yeah, because everything was set. The date, the wedding, this was like the night before. Like, what was I gonna say or do? And then with this husband, it was just something that we didn't really think about. We were just so excited that we both wanted to get married, and we loved each other. And we're like, you know, we've been living together for 3 years. We have our daughter. We've been wanting to get married since day one, but we had to go through the process of finishing, you know, our previous marriages. Not finishing in the sense that we have been separated, but we had to make sure that our divorces were final. And like, I had been separated 7 years before I met my husband now. So but I never had a chance to finalize the divorce because I didn't think I had the money, or I didn't know how to go about it. So I just stayed separated, you know, and I just had to finalize that. So it was things like that that we had to just put together. And so you know, it just didn't dawn on us. Again, it was so crazy. So he wants to do a real proposal, and I want that too. I have to have that, because, and it has to come from your heart, and I know it does. So I'll have that. So until that happens, he's planning to do it. He just doesn't know exactly what day. You know, I tell him I have to have good makeup. You know, I want to look cute. I don't want to look like I'm in pajamas and you just come to me to the couch where you marry. No, I want to look beautiful that day. So I don't have to be all dressed up and dolled out. I could have on a pair of sweats. You know, that doesn't. I just want to be showered, and you know, I do my makeup every day, thank God. But you know, maybe one of those days I'm having pain and I don't feel like putting on. No. Pick the day where my nails are pretty normal, even if they're not freshly done, but just where we look good in the video. I have to have a video. I want to capture that memory, you know, stuff like that. So he has to plan it out. So until then, I'm not going to put it on, but those are my rings. And God, I don't want to make this video too long, but we're almost done here. And this is his. Let's see if I can open it. Come on, it should be easy. So this is his band. It's hard to see because I have rings on and you can't I don't know if you can see that. But it's just a shiny sterling silver band. Let me see if I can put it this way or this way. Let's see. I don't know if the camera is really capturing the beauty of it. It's really, really pretty. It's smooth, it's comfortable. He says, you know, I'll be able to keep it on because it's comfortable. It fits perfectly. It's really shiny and beautiful. So it's just a regular band. And I think later on what I'm gonna have done is have it engraved in the inside, a special message for him and stuff. So yeah, it just worked out perfect. So, and it comes with a little pouch, and then it came in the box. And it even has a satisfaction guarantee, a jury care tips, all that good stuff. And so these will be taken to the church on a pillow, a special satin pillow, and the priest will bless them. So that will have so much meaning for us than any other wedding rings we've ever had. So yeah, that's it. So I wanted to share that with you. I know that's probably something I should have saved for the wedding video, and you can see the wedding rings, but you'll get to see it. It'll be a different look because it'll be on our hands. So the last but not least, I wanted to show you the shirts. All the men's shirts are ordered. My husband's the groomsman. So we chose a style called guayabera. I don't know, if you're not Hispanic, you might not know what that is exactly, but it's a traditional shirt that's worn in the Caribbean and in Mexico. So it's called guayabera. It's kind of like a beachy shirt, but yet it's elegant at the same time and super, super comfortable. It's just beautiful, beautiful. It's people, they get married in Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. Most people wear them on weddings. It's a tradition. Some people might change and say, I want a suit and stuff, and that's fine. But a lot of people, I was doing research on it, wear it, and it just represents my culture. It represents my husband's, and it's just, I wanted them to be comfortable, but yet elegant, and I wanted to represent our cultures in a special way. My father loved them. My father-in-law loved them. So yeah, so this is his shirt. It's wrinkled, but let me stand back so you can see it. It's wrinkled now, so it doesn't look that elegant because it came out of the package and I hung it up. But you can see the design, the lace. Let's see, the design right there, the lace design. It goes long, so it's a really comfortable, it's perfect to get married on the beach with this. That's why it's a Caribbean shirt. So yeah, so they'll be cool. They'll feel cool. They won't be hot, especially because we're getting married in the right center of summer. So they'll be able to feel cool and fresh. They'll be elegant because of course it's going to be iron and press. They're going to be elegant, and then the fact that it has two pockets here, the fact that it represents the Caribbean and our cultures is just something so perfect. And my husband loved it because he's not a suit and tie kind of person. If he has to wear it, he would, and he wore it for our first wedding. But he was so happy that I, chose this, and he was like, yeah, that's so perfect. My son, being autistic and stuff, he doesn't like anything tight. It could be, I always say it's an autism thing because they don't like to feel like you're gonna just walk up on them and touch them or anything squeezing. And so he was happy about it as well. And so all the groomsmen loved it. So let me see, I'll probably include a picture of it. I ordered these from Amazon. So I'll include a picture in the video. These are the groomsmen shirts. They're red. Like I said, my wedding colors are red and gray, kind of slash silver. So these are the groomsmen one. It looks just like that. I'm not going to take it out of the package, but it comes in red. It's a beautiful red. You can see the lace here. It's the same exact shirt, except because I'm wearing gray silver dress because in honor of our 25th wedding anniversary, where you do silver, 50 you do gold. So that's why I chose gray silver. So he's wearing gray, and then his boutonniere would be, so since he's wearing the gray, his boutonniere is going to be the red. Just like my bouquet is red, since my dress is gray silver. And then the groomsmen that are wearing the red are gonna have the gray boutonnieres. So it's so perfect. I love this red. It's just the color of love. So romantic. I'm so glad I chose this color. It's not my favorite color, but it's gonna start to be because I really love it. So yeah, I'm so happy. All the groomsmen shirts fit. We had bought one of those shirts, but in blue, as a trial shirt, and my husband said it won't go to waste, so I'll wear it to church. So we used that shirt to try it on everybody to make sure it fit, it was a perfect size, or did I have to go up or down a size. My nephew has Crohn's disease, so he has a bag, so we have to make sure, and he's lost weight, so we have to make sure it fit him and it was comfortable in his bag. So we sent him the shirt through the mail. He tried it on, it fit perfectly, and we let him keep it because he looks so handsome, so Puerto Rican in it. So my husband said, here, you can have it as a gift. So he was so happy. So yeah, but we had already tried it on my son, and at that time my son needed a bigger shirt. We tried on my son-in-law. It fit him perfect, but for my son, it didn't fit. It wouldn't button, so I had to order a big shirt. But by the time I got the big shirt, he had lost weight. So actually, the same size shirt as my husband fits my son. So all the groomsmen are taken care of. All we need now is to buy the men's slacks. They could wear whatever going out shoes they want. Maybe is you know, make sure it's black or gray shoe. That would be the only thing I request. They don't have to buy new shoes. If they have a nice going out pair of shoes, they can wear those. But they do have to all have the same slacks. So I think I'm gonna, just like I bought all the men's shirts, I'm gonna buy all the men's slacks, so I make sure that they have the same exact slacks. So they're all gonna be in gray. Yeah, so now we're working on my daughter's dresses, which is my maid of honor, matron of honor. And then from there, everything should be a little bit easier. But that's what I bought for now. I don't think that I forgot anything, but continue to watch my videos for my whole wedding series, because I'm going to take you through the whole process, through the whole journey. Don't forget, I'm going to do a video on the annulment process, how you get an annulment, what's required, what it takes, how long it takes. I'm going to explain to you how our whole annulment process for my husband's previous wedding 4 years ago, everything that we had to do, everything that was required, every document, everything we had to turn in, why it takes the length that it takes, you know, why they require the stuff that they require. I'm just going to give you the whole annulment process. I'm going to share that with you, which was a big reason why we had to wait all these years to do our church wedding. So that's one of the videos that I plan to do, you know, and just the whole wedding series, like photos, any videos, everything that I order and I buy, of course, I'm going to share all that with you. Yeah, I can't think of exactly what. If there's a proposal, you'll see that. I'm thinking of a bridal shower. I'm not sure. I don't know if we have time for it. If I do that, you'll see that when I go to order the cake, what the cake will look like, just the whole process. So it's going to be a whole wedding series. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that notification bell, because that gives you heads up every time I upload a video. And then also, don't forget to like the video, of course. Also, in between there, I'm going to sneak things about my daughter's, you know, pregnancy updates, you know, how her pregnancy is going, any gender reveal, showers, which that'll all happen after my wedding. Yeah, any updates. We went to have her first ultrasound. I can't remember if I put that. No, I haven't put the video up. But we went to her first ultrasound, so we got to see the baby. So I'm going to upload that, so don't forget. So in between there, I'm going to make some regular videos, especially my daughter's pregnancy. I'm going to upload today how we celebrated yesterday, the 4th of July. We had a really, really great day, and we dressed head to toe because, as I said before, we're into themes, we're into causes, we're into holidays. So we dress head to toe, whatever that cause is that we're supporting, whatever that holiday is that we're celebrating, any birthday, any themes, we go full force. So it would be no different for July 4th. So you get to see the outfit that we wore and everything that we did. So I'm going to upload that today. So just make sure that you are subscribed and make sure you hit that notification bell. That's important because without that, it won't notify you every time I upload a video. So I tried to keep this short. I hope it in some way it is, but if not, please bear with me. But thank you so, so much for watching, and just come with me on this wedding journey. So until my next video, take care.